Monica Lewinsky, Clinton should have resigned, or at least not thrown me under the bus. So there's now speculation that she was thrown under the bus. And we don't know the facts behind this. Some are saying that is a figurative speech, but go play this clip, Rob. Go for it.
When you look back, once the news broke and how everything was handled by media and the White House, how do you think it should have been handled? Have you thought about that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I think that he should have said, I'm like now thinking this through. I don't think I've answered this question before. But good question. I haven't been asked that before.
Get it out of your mouth. Not in.
I think that the right way to handle a situation like that would have been to probably say it was, nobody's business and to resign, or to find a way of staying in office that was
young girl,
not lying and not throwing a young person who is just starting out in the world under the bus. And at the same time, I'm hearing myself say that. And it's like, okay, but we're also talking about the most powerful office in the world.
Is she wait, I'm so confused.
No, and she says, as a young girl, they should have been as a young girl who is innocent, who is just an intern, as a young girl. She was 22 at the time.
Yeah, 22. You're banging a married man.
No, I don't know about banging.
But whatever the hell
it was just a
whatever the hell it was.
There was no history.
You're a victim, and you want me to respect you.
Bang.
You're on a bang bang. You're on a podcast called "Call Her Daddy," and you want me to take you serious? Give me a freaking break. You know exactly what the hell you were doing, all right? With all the allegations, too, that she was working. This was a Mossad honeypot, since we're talking about honeypots. That was in, what's his name's book? Gordon Thomas's book, Gideon Spies, which they claim that Israel had recordings of Clinton and Lewinsky's conversations. Let's just be honest. Zero remorse for you. You chose to sleep with a guy, married, and I get it. He's married to Hillary. It's rough in these streets. You got to get what you got to get. But I have zero remorse. Zero for more. Anybody, I don't care about your age. You're sleeping with a married man and he's the president of the United States. You were that's damaging the freaking reputation of the country. I have no remorse for her. Call her daddy.
I look at it this way. At that time, so the president is getting Hummers in the Oval Office.
Not the vehicle.
And
Hummers! Tom, I don't even know that concept.
And
I'm telling you guys, Tom is the dirtiest
and
mind.
it's sort of interesting. At that time, the federal budget was almost balanced. And we had very low deficits. And so I don't know why. I don't know why other
you're
presidents.
saying like this is he was rewarding
so you're saying
himself.
if the president's getting some nookie with some cigar situation, it helps the economy?
Yeah, you could. I'm just saying.
What?
Weird cause and effect. No, you look at it like this, and
Weird
people who are enamored, and she got so much media and she got so much support that she becomes very self-enamored.
Yeah.
As if she doesn't kind of back up, and to back up, she has to kind of minimize her view of herself to say, wait a minute, it was a intern that gave a couple Hummers to the president.
What is a Hummer, Tom?
It's not the car that Pat used to work on in the military.
Oral sex.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Give him a blowjob.
Wow.
A couple of them, right?
Tom.
She was employed, so it is a job.
So,
I'm very turned on right now, Tom.
And so when you look at that, you drag him into court,
Yep.
right? You drag him into
Mambo
court.
number
You get a
5.
jury, and his defense is, "Come on, America, I'm married to Hillary," and we all would have gone, look
at her.
Bill. The economy's good and things are going on. Maybe you give her a settlement like everybody does, and we get back to running the country.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Tom?
We get your point.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Would you be cool? And I'm being dead serious. I want to know what you guys think. If a president cheating on his wife and sleeping with an intern would flip and get us back to the budget to be like, would you be cool with that? If it helps the economy get back to where we're not in debt.
Let me tell you something.
Are you cool with that?
The president can get a Hummer every day for 365
the
times
economy.
8 years. Nobody cares.
No, but I'm saying
we want the president to be in a good mood. We want him being very stable.
Well, Hillary didn't help at all. He needed Monica to help us.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, Dave Chappelle had an amazing joke about Monica Lewinsky. He goes, do you guys understand how powerful it is to be sitting in the Oval Office? I don't think you guys understand this. This guy is so famous and he's so powerful and he runs the world that if you give him a Hummer, now you're famous.
Yeah.
Now you're writing books.
Yeah.
This is great for your career. Go make something out of yourself. I don't think you understand how famous and powerful Bill Clinton was. It's actually a damn tragedy.
That's the Linda
what's
Tripp
happening,
angle, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's actually a damn tragedy what's happened to Bill Clinton because this guy was a great president. I think you said you voted for him, Pat. This guy had peace, prosperity. He had one little Hummer situation.
Yeah, but have you seen him?
And all of a sudden, people think he's basically a pedophile.
By the way, this is actually this is about her. The story's about her.
But nobody cares about
she's
her.
acting like, at 22 years old.
Like
at
she was
18 years
completely
old,
naive.
you've gone to college 4 years. You're not naive. You knew what you were doing. It's not like you're. What is an adult nowadays? Isn't it 18?
18,
So what is it?
you know,
At
with this
21, you can
21?
order alcohol. If you have the government trusts you to join the military, have a cigarette, and have alcohol, you made that decision. So don't give me this victimhood mentality stuff that, oh my God, I can't believe this. He should have resigned. He should have done this. It's just, you got some publicity and she's trying to kind of make a comeback to get a little bit more publicity. Good for you, and wish you nothing but the best. I will tell you, it's the part about it that I would have taken a different angle is the fact that no matter what job interview you go to, you're at a job interview, like you're interviewing her, and you say,
You're like,
actually think about you're interviewing her.
Monica,
And you got the
tell me
resume,
about
and your
yourself.
assistant says, yeah, she's applying for VP of Operations.
Yeah.
All right, so what's her name?
Monica?
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
She just says Monica.
Yeah.
And you're sitting, you're looking at the resume, and she walks in. Hi, Mr. Bet David. And you're like,
recognize that.
Hi.
face.
Hi.
Monica.
So what kind of experience do you have? And then you're like,
and she
hey, can I?
Where'd you go, Vinny? Hey, Vinny, where you going,
show
buddy?
you really fast.
Vinny,
You say,
get
hey,
up.
just for the sake of insurance, can we get the HR guys in here, please, to watch the interview?
Yeah.
And you conduct the interview.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is the toughest thing you ever overcame in your life? And you can't even say you can't even use certain verbs like overcome is a.
Yeah, I'm already
it's
offended.
like I don't even know how to like certain words. You have to be.
I
Extremely
overcame a lot of
protective.
adversity.
What was the biggest challenge you've ever dealt with in your life?
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, that's the part that to me it's challenging for the rest
How'd
of your
you
life.
like your last job?
Like
It really
P.V. Herman
blew.
going for a job. P.V. Herman goes for a job. What do you say? There's certain things that's just
Yeah.
funny, right?
Yeah.
The way who was that comedian that
Pee-wee Herman.
CK was what is it?
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. What
Oh,
happened
Louis
to him?
C.K.
He had an issue.
He was
Louis C.K. I saw him
He was
perform in
he
the
was
Stand in New York.
allegedly.
He
Well,
crushed
this
it.
is the stuff that one of my favorite comedians. He was in a hotel room
Yeah.
and he would bring two girls in there, and I guess one or two of them were
Let's choose our
comedians.
words wisely here, Vinny.
There were two, according to the victims report, if you want to call them
Victims.
that, there were two women inside of a hotel room with Louis C.K. Louis C.K. asked if he could masturbate in front of them, and they said yes, and then he proceeded to, and then they were shocked.
Which is a victim.
He did what?
Yeah, like they were
asked
shocked.
them.
I
but
mean, he's a funny guy.
At
Maybe
least
they were
he
laughing.
You know
told
what he
you.
did? Here's what he did. He used that as a self-deprecation mode. Came back. Now he's doing shows.
Yeah,
He's back at it again.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's the approach to take with her.
100%.
To kind of get over it and move on.
It's like
Because you
Jeffrey
keep-
Toobin.
I don't know, man.
Remember
I
Toobin
like the way
came in here?
Toobin's like, look, now that we've addressed that, let's move on to the next story. No, let's not. Let's
No, let's
continue.
stay here.
I say we keep talking about
Let's
this.
keep
Why
going.
would
Something
you
else we
do
have to
that?
remember.
Yeah.
This person who is saying that, Monica, she was on Larry King Live, and she admitted that when she was 18 years old and going to Lewis and Clark College, which I think is in Oregon, that she was having an affair with a 40-year-old married man that she's never identified.
Whoops.
Lewinsky said this to Larry King. Then she comes back down. By the way, she went to Beverly Hills High School, grew up in L.A., around a lot of fame, and her parents had influence. And they picked up the phone and they called a man named Leon Panetta.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they got
Secretary of
her an
Defense.
unpaid internship. So she understood how power and influence and phone calls worked. She absolutely understood, and she had previously...
That's the part I just have no tolerance for.
I love
but
it.
my point, Pat, is everyone's looking at it as this innocent girl went to Washington.
Yeah.
No, if she's telling the truth, this innocent girl had just gotten off a romp with a 40-year-old married guy, goes to Washington.
Here's a story, Tom. My ex was sleeping with Monica Lewinsky before she betted Bill Clinton.
Bingo.
So she's been a homewrecker for a minute.
She knows what she's doing.
Kind of cute though. We're gonna be honest with each other.
Really?
She's kind of hot.
Well, that's like Pat. Who's the girl that we just talked about the other day? The porn star Lily Phillips. She's 22, 23 years old. She had sex with 100 men.
Watch out with the images, Rob.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Rob.
That last time.
Sorry.
Rob, just go back to your search history.
We don't want to do that.
She had sex with 100 men and she got pregnant. It'd be the equivalent of her being like, look, I was just a young 22-year-old girl. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
and
stop it. It's
It's
too
like,
much.
bitch, you had 100 Hummers.
Look, this is why parents matter. This is why the way you yesterday I had a great meeting with the JA, Junior Achievement, the local people here, and they got millions of members and 80,000 local to South Florida, sitting there thinking about what values and principles you're bringing. And the flaw of it all is that sometimes parents are not as involved to have these types of conversations. I had a very, very interesting conversation with the boys after I read this book, Aggressive Girls, Clueless Boys. It says 7 questions you should ask your daughters. I had this conversation with my 2 boys last week, and they're both very uncomfortable. Like, Dad, are we really having this conversation? Yes. This is very awkward. Sit down.
I can see them.
And I'm asking them questions, Vinny.
Yeah. Tico and Dylan.
Dad, I don't know. I don't want to talk. We're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Because back in the days, we would flirt with girls. Now the girls are the aggressive ones coming after you, and you have to be ready for it. Not that it hasn't been for centuries, but now, due to the feminist movement and all this stuff, they're the aggressive ones coming. So you have to understand what's going on there. So parents need to be involved for these things to be caught up. And then later on, if they turn 18 years old and they choose to live a life like this and they want to be the Monicas and do that, look, that's their choice. So every time Trump asks, they ask Trump about his kids, he says, well, so far they've done good, but let's see. So far they've done good, but let's see. Why? Because the kids can still screw up. They're their own individual people. They're going to make mistakes. We make mistakes. They make mistakes. Some of the mistakes are public. If that wasn't Bill Clinton and it was a manager at Starbucks, none of us would have known about it. It just happens to be that the guy that she, pleasured was what? The president. The world's going to know about it. And they're going to write about it. So
he got impeached over it.
Well, not necessarily. He did, but it wasn't like an impeach.
It was exactly like Trump.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
He didn't get convicted.
So we have right now anywhere between 500 to 3,000 resumes that people post on a weekly basis that they want to work here. And after the last year of fully committing to identifying clearly how to describe the culture to new people that get hired, where we can, people can kind of watch it and see it for themselves and say, this is not a company for me to work at. We have 8 or 9 different companies to work at here at Valuetainment Line Holding. We created a 38-minute video that explains what it is to work here, who Valuetainment is for, who Valuetainment is not for, okay? For the right person, it could be the last job you'll ever have. For the wrong person, there's going to be conflicts on both sides, and we don't want that. We want to be able to find a place that we can work together for a very long time to come. Having said that, this is what we did. We created this, and a lot of our clients at BDC right now are asking for this. So it's the Valuetainment culture, okay, right here, beginning to the end, explaining everything about us, what it is to work here, how we do our meetings with our management team, how we hold each other accountable, what the culture is like. All of that is in this culture deck that we have. So there's 2 things. One, you can purchase this for $19 on the website right there that Rob is showing, this culture deck. Or anybody that places an order and you buy anything over $100, the first 100 are going to get one of these put in the box, sent to you. Again, this is for those of you that either want to find a way to work here. Maybe you're running a business and you want to find out on how to create your own culture deck when you're hiring people. This will give you ideas. Or you have somebody that you have a son, a daughter, a husband, a father, somebody that loves Valuetainment, loves what we do here, and they want to find a way to bring the value to the company, whether it's our consulting firm, Minnect, any of that stuff, and you want to give this to them. Again, you can buy these for $20 or you can place an order over $100 and we will send this over to you. And for those of you that want to watch the 38-minute video about our culture, you can simply text the word culture to 310-340-1132. Again, text the word culture, C-U-L-T-U-R-E, culture, to 310-340-1132. We will send you a text back with the video for you to watch on the culture of working at Valuetainment. Again, go place the order on these booklets because we have limited supply for sale. The rest we're keeping for the people that we are hiring. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.